Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the Race 5 of the P2 League, which takes us across the Atlantic to Montreal in Canada to the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. For decades this has been home to one of the most exciting races on the Formula 1 calendar. Mild weather conditions above should lead to good track conditions for our qualifying session. So let's take a closer look at the track. This 2.7 mile circuit, which features 3 DRS zones and 14 corners on this classic track, will test our drivers to their maximum capabilities. Let's get down to the track and ready for qualifying. It's Mark Nasty out first, so let's follow along with him as he comes around turn 2 at the end of the pit lane entry. There's a dash down into turn 3, straight to turn 4. Short little turn 5. Hard braking into turn 6. Trying to get on the throttle as early as you can, round 7. Into the first DRS straight. Getting the end of sector 1. Into turns 8 and 9. Curving straight. Hard braking into turn 10. Tiny little kink of turn 11. Straight into the long straight. Over the DRS line. Little kink of turn 12. Long straight, getting up as much speed as you can. Hard braking into the final chicane of turns 13 and 14. On hit the DRS. And straight over the start finish line. Let's roll on with Marky now as he goes into his first flying lap. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully they'll move out other way nice and quickly. Coming down to the end of sector 1. Into sector 2. Take as much power down as you can here. And serious time can be made up on this little stretch. Hard braking into the hairpin. Don't want to be too tight on the entry. Oh, and Marky's had a spin. That's him gone. Let's switch over to Wondering Me, who's also out on the first lap. The winner of the last race in France, and also the winner in Bahrain. A good result here could put him at the top of the championship. Cheeky Chappie sets a 109.4. We should be looking for the low 109s to be the fastest time. Picks Ruffy with a 112.1. And Doug Vickers with a 113.7. As Wondering Me approaches the hairpin. Nice line round there. Getting on the power early. Now it'll be interesting to see how fast is this. Still moving perfectly. This is a very quick time. The 109.43 takes provisional pole. Jones also picked up a 110.4 to put him up. Oh, 110.7, sorry, to put himself up into P4. SOS Brothers is a 110.4 to get himself up into P3. Let's jump over to Jay Wizzy, who's also out on his hot lap. Into the long straight. But considerably quicker times than we had in pre-season testing here. A 1:10.3 puts him into P3 provisionally. It was a 1:10.7 that actually qualifies you for the P2 league. Everything under that was a P1 lead qualification time. Let'll see how he's doing as he comes down sector 3 into the last couple of corners. Across the chicane. On the mediums. Interesting gamble. Goes to 1:11.5. Puts himself up into P8. Let's head down to Clayfunk, who's also now out on a fast lap. We also have Mark Nasty TV right behind him. Jordan Hassel's now out on his first qualifying lap. And SOS Brothers. This looks like a competitive lap coming in from Clayfunk here. Smoothly round that hairpin. Got on the throttle early. Straightens the car up. And he comes through. The 1:10.4 puts himself up to P5. Right, let's follow with Park Lane, the reserve driver who's in for the day for Adidas, who's got overheating issues with his PlayStation. Let's see how he does here. Racing Point nicely moves to the side there, lets him through. Good sportsmanship. Cheeky Chappie's also out on a fast lap right now. He's running about 10-15 seconds behind Park Lane on the track. Now let's see the line here. Nice and tight line. Little late on the power there. Might be where he's losing some of his time. Oh, very close. Oof. 108, a 109, a 110.3. Puts himself up into P5. Right, let's roll with Mark Nasty. He's coming up to the end of the final straight. Up to the chicane here. Still yet to set a time. 107, 108, 109, 110.2. Puts himself up into P5. Wandering Me's the only other guy now on a fast lap who's coming in to finish his lap. 106, 107, 108, 109.25. Puts himself up into P1 by 0.015 of a second. With 2 minutes left in this qualifying session, we've got 4 drivers on their out laps. The rest are in the pits. Jordan Hassel's now out on a fast lap. Let's follow along. Currently sitting P7. With 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. Any laps starting after that time will not count. Long charge down the DRS straight towards turns 8 and 9. Going as fast an exit as you can at turn 9. Getting on the throttle early gains you so much time here. But he's looking considerably quicker. He's taken 0.8 of a second out of his fastest time. At the end of Sector 2. He does it, he's fine. 107. A 109.7 puts himself up to P5. Clayfunk. SOS Brothers fails to improve on his time. Clayfunk coming into the final straight here. Puts him up to P6 with a 110.0. Just having another quick look down the order. The Imperial's now out on a lap. He's the only guy yet to set a time. Coming up to the hairpin. Marinarat just makes it over the line in time. So does Park Lane. Here we go. Where is he going to finish? 1:13.7 comes out P16, but at least he sets a time. Let's go with Marinarat. Approaching the end of Sector 2. Ooh, slow around that corner. That's going to have lost him some time. He's got Park Lane right behind him, who's also on a hot lap. Ferrari clears out of the way at the hairpin and retires. Marinarat's time 1:11.9 and Park Lane's time stays at a 1:09.8. Cheeky Chappie still out on a fast lap as he comes around the hairpin at turn 2. Is he going to be able to finish this lap in time? He's 0.4 of a second up on his best right now. At the end of Sector 1. Long DRS straight heading down to turns 8 and 9. .1 of a second up at the end of Sector 2. Maximum speed down that straight. .07, 1:08, 1:09, and 1:09.4 puts himself up to P3. Jumping picks Ruffy by 0.015 of a second, just getting that extra little position out of that. Well worth the run. So here's the classified results. In first place in qualifying was Wandering Me. Holding the front row of the grid with him is SOS Brothers in second. Row 2 is Cheeky Chappie and Pix Ruffy. Row 3 is Jordan and Park Lane. Row 4 is Clayfunk and Mark Nasty. Row 5 is Jay Wizzy and Jern. Row 6 is Lettle and King Psycho Panda. Row 7 is the Brothers and Marinarat. And row 8 is the Imperial and Doug Vickers. This should make for an interesting race as we get ready for the formation lap. With qualifying complete, we are now ready for race day here in Canada. With Wandering Me taking pole in this race, he could be ready to really attack the front runners in the championship. With good qualifying for SOS Brothers and Cheeky Chappie, it could be their opportunity to catch the leading pack. Warmer temperatures than qualifying yesterday should lead to an exciting race, and we don't expect any rain. Let's get down to track, ready for the formation lap, and see how this turns out. Okay. Again, just a quick rundown of the order. P1 we have Wandering Me, P2 SOS Brothers, P3 Cheeky Chappie, P4 Pix Ruffy, P5 Jordan Hassel, P6 Park Lane, P7 Clayfunk, P8 Mark Nasty, P9 Jay Wizzy, P10 Jern, P11 Lettle, P12 King Psycho Panda, P13 The Brothers 2000, P14 Marinarat, P15 The Imperial, and P16 Doug Vickers, with Jern, Lettle, the Brothers and Doug all starting on mediums, with the rest of the field starting on softs. track looks pretty clear for today. Hopefully that means we can keep a nice dry race. There's a light bit of cloud on the horizon. But over 35 laps, anything can happen here in Canada. At the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. As they swoop past the wall of champions there. And reposition themselves on the grid ready for the off. And you see the Red Bulls taking that corner for the final time before the start. How many people will gamble on the one stop? The hards are renowned for being slower. Okay, here we go, guys. And they're off. Wondering Me holds position. SOS Brothers in P2. There's a McLaren there having to cut the corner because he couldn't make it in first time, but we stay in. The first three hold position. Jordan picks Ruffy there to take P4. And Brothers 2000 overtakes King Psycho Panda into P12. Not a good start there for Panda. No particular gap starting to form until we get down to P5 where Pix Ruffies is already a second and a half behind Jordan. With Park Lane just behind him. Park Lane overtakes him now for P5. But Pix Ruffy takes the position back. Follow along with P5. And I'm wondering, me and the brothers at the top are having a big scrap. Let's have a follow. And SOS Brothers has taken the lead. Well, that was unexpected. Mercedes taking the lead. Well, the pink Merc is left to trail. Is Wondering Me going to have a chance to get back at him? He's very close. There's no DRS this lap. It doesn't unlock until the start of lap 3. But can he do it without it? Swings around, takes a wider line in, gets himself some bigger traction at the start of the straight. Don't think he's near enough to actually make the difference, although you never say never. Takes a little look, decides better of it. But he's putting the pressure on him, and that's all that matters at this particular point, is the DRS activates at the start of this lap. Cheeky Chappie sets a 1:13.7 for the fastest lap of the race. And Park Lane's had some kind of incident because he's dropped all the way down to P15. Which moves Mark Nasty up to P7 now, and Clayfunk up to P6. We're going to stay rolling with the front runners now, as we'll see if the DRS makes a difference. Mark Nasty's also right behind Clayfunk, really eating into that time. Here we go, we're going to find out now. Does he have the pace to catch him under DRS? He's definitely got the positioning. Is he going to be able to pass him with the dirty air? Steps out wide. He's got past him just. Oof. And reclaims the lead. Wondering Me back in P1 at the end of lap 3. We have Wondering Me followed by the SOS Brothers. Third is Cheeky Chappie. Fourth is Jordan Hassel. 5th is Pix Ruffy. And Mark Nasty jumps up to P3rd thanks to a number of pit there from a number of drivers. Very early pitting as everybody moves in. We'll have to wait and see what happens on the exit there. As everybody is now behind the safety car. Wondering me making that move just in the nick of time. I mean, if you're looking at doing a one-stop strategy to move on to hards, you're looking at, you realistically want to at least be lapping till about lap 10 on these softs, at least. If you want to try and push the mediums and you want to push 15 laps out of the softs, you're a braver man than me, but it is possible. But you would be losing a lot of time due to those worn tyres. Alright, here we go. And we are racing. Wondering Me already pulls out a second over the SOS brothers. Got a really good restart. Looking down the order. Pix is right on the back of Cheeky Chappy. Mark Nasty's also on the back of the SOS brothers. Let's switch over to the SOS brothers and get a view from this perspective. The brothers picks up a 3-second time penalty there as well. A little bit scruffy. He's going to be kicking himself over that. There's 3 seconds with about 3 or 4 spots currently. Again, those Renaults are still so close. Every race, they're probably the most competitive in-team battle between Lettel and Jern. Every race, they seem to be neck and neck. It'll be interesting to see now. We've still got 4 runners out on their original pair sets of softs. That's Wondering Me, SOS Brothers, Mark Nasty, and Marina Rat. With both Jern and Lettel in the Renaults having started on mediums. Everybody else outside the top 6 is pitted at this point. So we've got 6 potential one-stop runners. Wondering Me has now picked up a 2nd and 0.7 lead over SOS Brothers and keeps extending. SOS Brothers is having a torrid time with that train behind him. And of course, Jern and Lettel could be interesting factors here. With their tyres still going to be on maximum performance. Oh, Cheeky Chappy loses a few positions there around the hairpin. Let's drop down to Jordan a second. He's got Pix Ruffy catching up on him on the straight. Is he going to get taken to the chicane? Oh, they've knocked into each other. Oh! Pix Ruffy takes the brunt of it. That'll need to be looked into after the race. Cheeky Chappy goes into the pits for his 2nd stop. Oh, disastrous afternoon so far for him. Jordan now right on the back of Marina Rat. As those softs start to fall apart. Oh, but Jordan has a scuff. It gets overtaken by Jay Wizzy, who sees the opportunity. Jordan darts back in front. All action here right now. Oh, and he spun it. Pushing way too hard. Puts himself back down to P12. As Mark Nasty makes his pit stop, it'll be interesting to see where he comes out now. This unleashes the Renaults to start breaking time into the SOS brothers. And Journey's only 1.3 seconds behind him right now. Marinarat, but just behind the back of the two of the Renaults. These are the 5 cars at the top, the ones that haven't yet pitted. Mark Nasty comes out in, looks like P13. It looks like he's on a 2-stop strategy, as he's gone for the mediums too. But he will have duration advantage on the rest of the 2-stop runners. But here's where the closest battle is. Battle from P2 all the way down to P7. And Wandering Me's into the pit, so let's follow along with Wandering Me and see where he comes out. In he comes. Now expecting him to come out about P8 or P9. Just out in P9, just in front of the Imperial. He's also gone out into mediums. Is this meaning it's going to be a 2-stop strategy? I genuinely thought we might have seen him going for hards. Which now leads Jern in P1, Lettel P2, the only 2 drivers yet to have stopped. With Jay Wizzy right behind them. Mark Nasty's just taken Marinarat into P11, and Marinarat's also picked up a 3-second penalty. And Wandering Me now is right on the back of King Psycho Panda. Has he got him under the straight? Yes, he has. Is Panda going to come back at him? I don't think so. Wandering Me should have the DRS advantage. The fresher tyre advantage. He should just be able to push past him and straight onto the back of Jordan. Let's have a look now. Hard brake in turn 6 into turn 7. Get on that throttle early. It's made up a lot of time on Jordan. Jordan's right on the back of the Brothers 2000 as well. Is he going to catch him? He does. Jordan gets past him. And also Wandering Me, is he also going to make it past him? He does. Awful corner for the Brothers 2000 there. Has Wandering Me got the space in order to do it? A lock up there from the Brothers 2000. And Wandering Me makes it past, sticks the move. But now, is he going to be able to stay ahead on the straight? Some real battling going on here. Wandering Me holds position. Clayfunk's just overtaken Lettel going into P3. As Lettel, his tyres must have started to cave in on him. I mean, Jay Wizzy's now second, Clayfunk third. But look at Wandering Me, he's already picked up all that time over the Brothers 2000. He's on hards. But can Wandering Me get past Jordan quickly? This is what he needs to do. He needs to get past Jordan and start attacking picks. And more importantly, starting to attack Lettel. Now, is he close enough coming into the back straight here in order to get back into P6? A lot of speed on him. A lot of pace. Moves out down the centre line. Going to be very close. Wandering Me takes him. Puts himself up into P6. Jern is now in the pits. Let's follow along with Journey's in the pit. See where he comes out. Amazing camera work there from our helicopter guy. And there's a safety car. Not certain exactly what's happened. It's brought the safety car out. Mark Nasty's gone into the pits. I wonder if something's happened there. So Jern comes out behind the safety car in P10. Doug's pitted to go onto some softs, so he's probably going to make one more pit stop after this. Mark Nasty's gone in for another set of mediums. Park Lane's also pitting. You could definitely pop on hards and not have to pit again. Jay Wizzy's now in the pits. Let's see where he comes out. We follow along with Jay Wizzy. Everybody dipping into the pits. So where's Jay Wizzy going to come out? That's what's interesting. Clayfunk's also in the pits. The only man not to have pitted here, wondering me, who's only just got 4 lap old tyres on. Jay Wizzy comes out in P2 with Jern just behind him in P3. Clayfunk now in P4, gone on to hards. Looks like he's going to try and push the rest of the race. Same with Jay. You've still got Pix Ruffy now comes out. With Panda, Jordan, Imperial, Cheeky and the brothers also all in the pits. Well, we hadn't had any safety cars in the P2 league until this race. And then we have 2. We're just giving you a quick rundown before we get to the restart. First place, we've got Wondering Me. Second place, Jay Wizzy. Third, Jern. Fourth, Clayfunk. Fifth, Marinarat. Sixth, Lethal. Seventh, SOS Brothers. Eighth, Pix. Ninth, King Psycho Panda. 10th, Jordan Hassel. 11th, The Imperial. 12th, Cheeky Chappie. 13th, The Brothers 2000. 14th, Mark Nasty. 15th, Doug Vickers. 16th, Park Lane. As we get ready for the restart, which should either be at the end of this lap or the following lap. We'll tell in a second when the cars start to get shunted together. Okay, looks like the safety car's going in. Everybody's lined up, ready for the restart. Here we go. Clayfunk seemingly right on the back of Jern there. Jern right on the back of Jay Wizzy. Pix Ruffy overtakes the SOS Brothers to take P7. Taking a quick look down the order. Looks like nobody's absolutely head to tail. But the Brothers 2000 is down in 13th now, just behind Cheeky Chappie. Looks like he's pushing into him. Different tyre choices there. Will make a big difference. But he just picks up a 3-second time penalty. Will not be happy with today's performance. And let's take a look here from Lettle's point of view. This is the battle for P5, 6, 7 and 8 as the SOS Brothers gets taken by Pix again. A real scrap going on there, as you can just see at the end of the picture. Don't want to be burning out those tyres too quickly, Pix, because remember, you are on a one-stop strategy. Oh, a little bit of a clip there of a Lettel on the back of Marinarat as he does himself any damage. Not by the look of things, but it could have been close. Has he got the run on him coming down here? He's just got the inside of him. Oh, careful. Marinarat with a little knock into him there. Should have yielded. I don't think it's caused him any damage. But it's not going to have done him any favours. Lettel now up into P5. And Lettel starts pulling away from Marinarat pretty quickly. Jay picks up a 3-second penalty there. Just over 15 laps to go in this race. The Williams is not having a particularly strong race, having been bringing themselves right back into the championship over the last few weeks. With just Clayfunk sitting in 4th, the only point scorer. With Mercedes having both 3rd and 7th. Renault having 2nd and 5th. And Racing Point, obviously picking up a race win here would mean they'd be right into the Constructors' Championship. Jordan takes Pix Ruffy and now moves himself up into 8th. But watch out here, Marinarat is getting a little bit over anxious to try and overtake. He keeps nudging his front wing. It's only a matter of time before that causes damage. Another 3-second penalty for the Brothers 2000, who's having a frustrating afternoon out there. Having had such a great week last week in France. Is Pix going to have him under this DRS straight? Jordan's right on the edge of picking up DRS in the car in front. He will get it though. So he's going to make Pix Ruffy's task that little bit harder. He did not get a good entry out of that corner either and has lost a lot of time. And right behind him now is Cheeky Chappie, who's moved his way up into the points. Now in P10. And SOS Brothers takes Marinarat there on the just in front of the chicane. Is Marinarat going to lose 2 places? Jordan's also pressing right on the back of him. It looks like he's just got him. Jordan does have him. And oh, watch out there. The Ferrari of Pix aggressively pushes past him there. Clayfunk picking up a 3-second penalty. Jordan Hassel picking up a 3-second penalty. And somebody losing a bit of their front wing there. It's all got a little bit scrappy all of a sudden. Cheeky Chappie's right on the back of Marinarat, as you can see in the back of the picture there. As he comes up the inside and Cheeky takes P9. Goes a little bit wide out of there, but just maintains the position. The middle order action right now is where it's at. In 6th place of SOS Brothers, all the way down to P11 of the Imperial. There's maybe 3.5 seconds between them all. Pix is now right on the back of Jordan. Does he have him under the run? Good thing no one's coming out of the pits at that time. Jordan manages to hold the position. Great racing. Imperial's right on the back of Marinarat right now as well. And he takes him down in P10 and P11. But Marinarat takes the position back on the next corner. We're still sitting here watching Pix and Jordan having an absolutely immense scrap. Is Pix being able to get him on the next straight? Now Jordan is outside this time of the DRS of SOS Brothers. So Pix will have an easier time getting the speed. Can he hold it is the question. Jordan got a better run out of the corner. Has Pix got enough straight line speed? Not by the look of things, with Cheeky Chappie now peering right over his shoulder. Wondering Me's pulled out 5 seconds now in the lead. Everything seems to be going according to plan, although I do think he will have to make one more stop. And Cheeky Chappie's taken Pix Ruffy, and he's right on the back of Jordan. Well done not to actually clash with him there. If you wanted action, you're getting it. King Psycho Panda jumps over Marina Rat, who's now in the pits. Marina Rat's been going backwards for the last few laps. Going to make his final stop, moves on to another set of mediums. Now it'll be interesting to see when these three hit into the next straight, because Jordan's dropped a long distance off the SOS brothers in the last couple of laps. As the gap between 6th and 7th has really grown. Jordan again gets a great run out of the hairpin, preventing anybody from coming back at him. Pix can't seem to make an indent into Cheeky Chappie either. Now Cheeky Chappie could still be on for the one-stop strategy here. Well, I say one stop, he's actually made 2 stops, but he's technically on the timings with the one-stoppers. Whereas I do believe that Jordan may have to make another stop. I don't see those mediums hanging out at 21 laps. A little bit of a wide one there. Cheeky dives in front of Pix to take the position. Cheeky now moves in front of Jordan. Pix is also right in the back of Jordan, but Pix is spun. Oh dear. And that's going to drop him behind the Imperial now, but Imperial's going to stop again. We'll stay with Jordan and Cheeky for the time being, as this is the closest battle going on track. Although the Brothers 2000 has just overtaken Pix Ruffy too. Those tyres must have been scorched. And Jordan's now going into the pits for his final stop. Stick with him and see where he comes out. And then we'll switch up and see who else is having a good battle. New nose for Jordan. 10 laps on the softs. More than plausible. But he comes out. He's in P11 currently. Here comes P12. I think P12 is going to end up just in front of him. Is he? No, he's going to end up just in front of P12. King Psycho Panda. And you would expect to see on a fresh set of softs Jordan just absolutely leave him behind. And Wondering Me has gone into the pits. Let's follow along with Wondering Me now to see where he comes out. He's going for 7 laps on these softs. A lot of time to have to make up in 7 laps. But everybody else is on worn tyres. So it's never ever over. Pops out in P5. He's about 10 seconds off the lead. Can he do it? Jordan Hassel sets a 1 minute 12 second .0 to set the fastest lap. But Wondering Me right up behind the SOS brothers now. Is this the second week in a row we're going to end up following Wondering Me as he hunts down the crowds? Surely he's going to have him on this straight. With all of the tyre advantage, all the DRS advantage, all the ERS advantage. Surely there's no way SOS Brothers can compete. No chance. He eases past him. Into the chicane. Past the wall of champions. Let's follow along with Jern and see where he comes out. Jones going to come out just in front of his teammate in P6 with Lettel in P7. So the one-stop strategy was not available. Fantastic racing here. And Wondering Me has 4 seconds now to chunk out of Clayfunk's time before he's on the back of the 2 leaders with just over 5 laps to go. King Psycho Panda is just in front of the Imperial for P10 for that final championship point, but the Imperial's on fresh softs. 3 laps old at this point. Doug lets 1 pass. Does he let his teammate pass 2? Marinarat picks up a 3-second penalty. And the Imperial does get past Doug, but he's lost a lot of time. Keeping an eye on Jern, also catching up on Cheeky Chappy. Clayfunk with another 3-second time penalty. It's not been his day today as far as penalties go. Let's go up to Jern. Jern's right in the back of Cheeky Chappy. We're going to come up to the back straight here. Surely this is the moment where he takes him. Hard into the hairpin. Get a better line than your opponent. Get on the traction earlier. In Park Lane with a 1:11.0. Fastest lap of the race. The reserve driver. Jern easily past Cheeky Chappy. We've got King Psycho Panda, Pix and the Imperial right next to each other. Pix Ruffy goes past the Imperial. Oh, careful. Knocks into Panda there. Careful, mate. Loses traction out the corner. Costs himself big time there. Follow with Wondering Me, who's right on the back of Clayfunk right now as he comes into DRS straight 1. He could have him on this straight alone. He doesn't. The Imperial finally makes it past King Psycho Panda into P10. But Panda gets back at him. Imperial's back in front of him again though. Now Wondering Me pushing everything he can to try and get past him on this straight here. He needs to get past him in the next couple of laps before these softs start to lose their peak performance. Easily past him there. Wondering Me now, just a second behind Jay Wizzy for the lead. King Psycho Panda retakes the Imperial to get P10 back. SOS Brothers with a 3-second penalty there. 23 lap old hards he's on. Really pushing that one-stop strategy. Well, it seems to me he's the one guy that's going to make it work. Mark Nasty picks up a 3-second time penalty. And Lettel has finally passed Cheeky Chappy there too. Pushing himself up into P6. Now, is he going to have a run at him on this straight here? How much extra speed do those softs give you? Park Lane picks up a 3-second penalty. And he's right on the back of him now. 2 laps to go. Oh, these softs going to hold out. Just to give him that extra little boost. Surely it's got to be coming. Imperials drop down behind Pix Ruffy now into P12 as the battle for the last championship point continues. With Jay holding on for dear life here. Coming to the end of Sector 2. It's not the view behind him we want, it's the view in front we want. There we go. Wider line around the corner. Gets on the traction earlier. This could be it here. He's got a good run on him. Looks like he's probably got him. He has. Wondering me retakes the lead. With a whole lap to spare. Imperial picks up a 3-second penalty. And Pix Ruffy moves up into the final point scoring position in P10. Putting both of the Ferraris into the points. Let's just have a quick look here. Jern has overtaken the SOS brothers, so has taken P4. I don't think there's any more places for him to take. I don't think it's too far up the road to Clayfunk. Unless penalties come into play. I think Jern can consider it a very strong race considering his poor qualifying. Only down in P10. The Imperial takes King Psycho Panda. And we're on the final lap now as we approach the hairpin for the final time. Wondering me to take his 3rd win of the season. Just one long straight, one chicane, and a final burst. And we will have achieved it. And Cheeky Chappie retires. I don't know what happened there. Wondering Me finishes first. Jay Wizzy finishes second. Clayfunk finishes third. We'll follow along with Jern, who finishes fourth. He moves up to second. SOS Brothers in fifth. Drops down to sixth. And Lettle moves up to fourth. God, we're going to reanalyze this in a second. Let's go along with Jordan, who comes through the finish in seventh. The Brothers 2000 comes across the line in eighth. Following on with Pix Ruffy as he comes across the line now. Marina Rat's 13th, Mark Nasty 14th. Pix is 9th. Imperial's in 10th. King Psycho Panda finishes in 10th above Pix Ruffy, so picks up a point. With just Park Lane now left to finish as he comes down for the final time down the last straight. Wow. Wondering Me picking up his 3rd championship win. Jern picking up a 2nd place for the Renaults and Jay Wizzy in 3rd for the Mercedes. That's going to have made it very open in the Constructors' Championship. Let's see who's driver of the day. Jern in the Renault picks up driver of the day. Good driving, sir. Fantastic comeback. He'll be overjoyed with 2nd place. But Wondering Me, he's only driven in 4 races this season. He's won 3 of them. And he likes to keep it exciting on the fans with his pit stop strategies. But it always seems to work out in the end. So let's take a look at the classified results. Wondering Me converts his qualifying result into a race win, with Jern in 2nd place, Jay Wizzy taking down 3rd, Lettle in 4th, Clayfunk in 5th, SOS Brothers 6th, Jordan Hassel in 7th, the Brothers 2000 in 8th, the Imperial in 9th, and King Psycho Panda taking the final point in 10th, with Pix Ruffy being the last driver not to be a lap behind the other drivers, with Cheeky Chappie, Marina Rat, Mark Nasty TV, Doug Vickers and Park Lane all 1 lap down on the leaders. And let's look at the Drivers' Championship. Wondering Me takes the lead in the Drivers with 75 points. Clayfunk now down in 2nd place, tied with Jern on 63 points. Jay Wizzy on 60 points. The SOS Brothers on 57 points in 5th. Little Gaming in 6th on 50 points. Then a drop down to Cheeky Chappie in 7th. The Brothers 2000 in 8th. Mark Nasty TV in 9th with 20 points. Jordan Hassel in 10th with 14 points. With the rest of the field all a little way behind. Park Lane, the reserve driver getting the fastest lap, picks himself up a point. And let's look at the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes are in the lead with 117 points. Renault in second place with 113 points. Williams are in third with 98 points. Just behind them is Racing Point in fourth with 95 points. The Ferraris in fifth with 42 points. The McLarens in sixth with 17 points. AlphaTauri in seventh with 16 points. And in the last place, eighth, you have the Red Bull team on 12 points. Be sure to join us for race 6 next week as we go back to Europe for the Italian Grand Prix at the mighty Monza circuit. We look forward to seeing you all then.